14.1. We are in chapter 14, probability. This is CBSE grade 10 mathematics standard textbook. End of the chapter, solutions. So let us solve the first question, exercise 14.1. We have a couple of fill in the blanks. They will check your conceptual understanding. So let us consider the first question. Probability of an event denoted by alphabet E and plus probability of the event not E together, we have to fill in the blank. So let us understand what does that mean. In probability, we can represent all possibilities with the help of something called Venn diagram, in which all the possibilities are considered by a rectangle. This is also referred as sample space. And within this space, some possibilities are favorable to you. So these will be represented by a circle. In this case, they have denoted that by an event E. So that event E is represented by the circle. What about the area which is outside the circle, but still within the rectangle? That is the area represented by not E. As you can see in this diagram, E and not E together completely occupy this rectangle. So that means if you add their probabilities, that will cover 100% of the scenario. So that's why probability of event E plus probability of event not E together, they will be always 1. Or if you would like to express that in percentage, that would be 100%. Second question, the probability of an event that cannot happen is called, let's say this one. Probability of an event, basically it's a fraction. We are comparing favorable outcomes with all possible outcomes. And because of that, this will be always a fraction. And the probability of an event will always lie between 0 and 1. Both extreme values are included. In case the probability is 0, then we'll call it as impossible event. So that will never happen. There will be some events in nature that can never happen. For example, tomorrow the sun will rise in the west, right? Something like that. So that's not going to happen. And on the other side, there will be some events, they will always take place. So those will be referred as certain, sure, definite events. So with this, let us try to answer this question. Probability of an event which cannot happen. So cannot happen, that's like impossible event. That would be always 0. On the other hand, probability of an event that is certain, sure, bound to happen, that will be always on the other side of the spectrum. That would be exactly 1. The sum of probabilities of all elementary events. So this is an extension of what we saw in part 1, but I'm going to explain that one more time. Let us assume that at Vidyanti, we conduct coaching classes for 3 grades, grade 8, 9, and 10. So let us assume that we have students from grade 8, 9, and 10. So if you take a student from our coaching institute, that student will be either from grade 8, from grade 9, or from grade 9, or from grade 10. There are only 3 possibilities. Now, are these possibilities equal? Not really. We have less students in grade 8, slightly more students in grade 9, but majority of our students are in grade 10 because parents value grade 10 education necessarily far more than the previous 2 grades, whatever are the reason. So moral of the story is like these 3 areas are not equal. But if you randomly take a student from our coaching institute, he will definitely belong to either this region or this region or this region. So that means if you add all 3 probabilities, they will completely occupy this rectangle. And because of that, the probability of all possible events, all probabilities under the circumstances will be always equal to 1 because they completely occupy all available space. If you want to express that in percentage, that's also fine. We can write it as 100%. Probability can be written in fraction. In that case, it will be between 0 and 1. But in case if you want to express that in percentage, there is nothing absolutely wrong. Then in that case, it will be between 0% and 100%. The probability of an event greater than or equal to, this is again explained with the help of this. Probability of an event will be always greater than 0, but at the same time, it will be less than or equal to, greater than or equal to 0, At the same time, it will be less than or equal to 1. So here we will have 0 and 1 extreme values are also included.